Based on performance, the university awards a financial benefit to students admitted on the self-finance program in order to take over all or part of the tuition fee. The Corvinus Scholarship replaces the previous Hungarian state scholarship in the case of new training programs. An important difference between the two is that the Corvinus Scholarship supports students admitted to self-finance training and, whether partially or fully, takes over the tuition fee to be paid. The training itself, however, remains self-financed. You are eligible for the scholarship only if you apply to the university through felvi.hu. The maximum amount of the Corvinus Scholarship is always the amount corresponding to the cost of the given training. If you have been admitted to the Corvinus Scholarship, the cost amount will also be noted in Neptune, but you do not need to transfer this amount since it will be paid from the Corvinus Scholarship that will be also shown in Neptune. This transaction does not involve any income or expense for you and does not require any administrative or financial action on your part. It is important that you record your bank account number in Neptune, otherwise your scholarship will not settle the fee. Don't worry if you don't get the best grades every semester, but it's important to know the better your academic performance, the more likely you are to be eligible for a scholarship. The scholarship requires a study-weighted average of at least 3.8 credit, and the number of credits completed in the previous 2 active semesters must be at least 46. It is important to know that meeting these requirements does not guarantee that you are eligible for the scholarship. Based on these criteria, a ranking of students will be made for each course, and the best performing students will be eligible for Corvinus Scholarship places available for the next 2 semesters. So whether you are eligible for a scholarship also depends on the performance of other students. If you still fail to reach your goal in 1 year, don't be discouraged. The university reviews the number of scholarship holders once an academic year. If you fail to qualify for the first Corvinus Scholarship but have been admitted to Corvinus, you may reapply for the Corvinus Scholarship by reclassification next year based on your university performance. The scholarship is not automatically awarded for the entire duration of the training, as the eligibility is reviewed each academic year at the end of the spring semester. It is also important that the scholarship is valid for a maximum of the training period specified in the current training requirements. So, if the training period of the given program is 6 semesters at the time of announcement, then you are eligible for a maximum of 6 semesters. In the case of persons with disabilities, the number of semesters may be extended by 1 semester, 2 semesters in the case of persons with disabilities in undivided training. In case of justifiable reasons, long-term illnesses, pregnancy, foreign semester, the eligibility period can be extended by 1 semester. If due to these circumstances the study period will be longer. However, the maximum eligibility period cannot be exceeded in this case either. And those who do not receive free training can use the state-supported interest-free pre-financed option through the Student Law Center. Check if you're eligible on the official website. It is important that you only receive scholarship in the active semester. You will lose your scholarship if you terminate the scholarship agreement or change the training program. You also lose your scholarship if you have exhausted the maximum number of supported semesters, if you do not meet the requirements set out in the review process, or if your student status is terminated for any reason. It is important that if you change your training program after the decision during the yearly review period, you can reapply for the Corvinus Scholarship. You must repay your scholarship if you passivate your given semester after 14th of October in the autumn semester or after 14th of March in the spring semester. In this case, the scholarship for that semester needs to be refunded. On the other hand, if you do not obtain the diploma at the given training level during the given training time, but not more than twice the training time, at the Corvinus University of Budapest you must refund the full amount of the scholarship used at the given training level.